I know I keep saying this basically every episode, but wow, haven't been here in a long time. Practically over a week, because well, most people are busy with other series and editing for those, so I've been also on different games and ideas for content and whatnot. So the server been pretty empty most of the time. Still waiting for people to finish their arenas so we can arrange matches whenever that happens. We're hoping really soon. But considering that this should have been done at least a month ago, it doesn't look bright, at least at this point. But that's not the topic of today. This sign has been here for over a month at least. It's been here longer than this was in its working in progress state. Probably 2 months at this point. So it's about time to fix that. I mean, you can't expect to fly everywhere. I won't be. At least I think so. I still haven't quit. I still keep making new rockets. But again, different topic, different day. It goes quite far. So why not just make it more fancy while I'm at it? So that's where I came up with an idea to basically kind of show the behind the scenes working that I spend probably more time on than actually being on the server, because sometimes I just want things to be perfect for some reason. I know that I'm not one of those people, if you know what I mean. I just would prefer to not mess things up. So just prepare, over prepare, and then projects can just go on for weeks. Simple projects. Well, that was a bit self-deprecating, but anyway, let's jump to a creative world and I can show you how is my building process. So as a first thing, I will measure out the distance between these 2 points. That's 110. Now using Axiom, I will extend it all the way. It's 110. And 5 blocks in. Make it nice even. Now I'm going to measure out 10 blocks, since that would be a nice number to have them go up in elevation for amounts that are same to each other. I'm not sure if I'm doing this that greatly with Axiom. It's okay, better idea. Let's just select a block and put it 10 blocks away. That's way simpler. No need to overthink it. If I can select this, I can just move it across and move it on both sides. I will select the move tool and select 2 points and move them up by 1 and keep doing that for every next set of points. Now thinking about the shapes, I want there to be like probably 3 arches. Going from 1 point, like a beginning, and meeting in between, either beginning, it will be beginning on 1 and can go as far as the 4th point, which could meet somewhere in the middle. Now I'll measure out the center block to kind of figure out how I would want the curve to look like. Just make it even. Probably something like this with 3 blocks. I think these would look pretty good. Let's repeat that on the other side. And now we're gonna do some command magic to select, I think it's the polygon selector. And go to curve. If I can right curve. Which block? So that was the wrong selection. I'll select convex. I'll select 2 points. Curve it. That's an okay shape. You can always tweak it and will. Do the same thing on the other side. Also tweak it a bit. And now we can extend it down to the floor, since there's no need to have it curved there. I think the shape looks pretty nice. Now with a handy axiom tool we can expand this so it fills up all the empty air. Way easier than doing it by hand. And to copy it to the other side, you can go to the axiom editing menu, like the magic selection, duplicate, and move it by few blocks so it's exactly in the same position on the other side. Now for texturing, I will be using Noise Painter. It's pretty simple. On the right you just select which block you want it to mask, which will replace the block. I've already selected a preset for an idea for the block palette. You can of course add your own, customize the orders, and play with how big it is or how dense, how random. There's many options. If you don't like how it looks, you can randomize the seed or change the scale of it, which will make it, in this case, more condensed next to each other. And just keep changing percentages, blocks, seeds, whatever, until you're satisfied. In my case, it will look like this. I basically just played with textures, and I basically didn't want it to be just a solid flat wall, so I wanted to have some set in walls. I'm not sure if that's how we call them, but just make it have some kind of depth to it. So I will still be working on this for God knows how long, until I'm really happy with it. I still have some ideas to add to it, but for now that's all from the creative building testing server. I gotta say, I really enjoyed getting back in the hang of this whole building again. I spent I think like 4 hours on this maybe, because I had to keep going back to get more resources, especially mud and bricks, so that's why I added these small kind of farms in here. It just filled out the space before it was just a wall. Of course I had to add some stuff here because it was a bit awkward to reach in here with my size right now. So here's a mud converter. Got some, yeah, I probably used it all up or converted, I don't know. Extra storage for it. This is a micro crop farm for the wheat, and well, it can be used for all the other seeds and crops. For all. Again, some small storage. Just fill this space up. I also finally cleaned up this whole mess. Not this here because I still need to get my trees somehow. But all of the progress we moved from here down to the storage, for which I have been doing some running tests finally, and it seems to be working about 70%, not sure, sometimes things don't work perfectly and cards would get stuck if there's too many stuff going on, or they would just somehow miss the rails. And there's some issues with this whole shulker unloading part, so we'll definitely be trying to work that out still, but at least it's mostly functional, even if I still only have like 2 chests. Well, it's probably not even, no, it's, no, this first one is already filled up, but it's still not close enough to being optimally full. But I'm getting a bit sidetracked, so let's get back to the bridge. For this I basically went with almost the same design. I'm doing missing trapdoor here. I went with the same design that I showed up in the creative building segment, and basically the last minute thing for me was this whole roof and arches thing, because I felt like in deciding it would make more sense to have a place that is in shade from the sun, since, you know, we're in a desert and all. At first I wasn't really sure what to do with the roof, but I just remembered that I want this area to be pretty lush. It doesn't seem much at this point. Be a lot about greenery, which mostly here has been dead looking, since the grass doesn't look the best in the desert. So I instead went with mostly moss and azalea leaves. Get that lushness. Don't really have much else to say about it. I just went with my ideas until I felt like it looked good enough for what I had in mind. And even throw in a little bit of shader action now that it's setting. It feels real nice, but that's probably mainly because of the shaders that just make it look that much better. So I think we can now finally remove this, since I will consider this finished. Not sure about you, but there isn't much else to be added here. And even for just a bridge, you know, I just to go all in. That's how I'm doing this for some reason. Now, there's one more thing that I want to have checked out before I end this episode. Now, as in the last, we finished this first our task, which was the simpler one. We still have this second one that's collaborative with Jedi. Excuse me. And I actually had a meeting with him about this a few days ago, so we'll show you some recordings of that.
There is a certain thing we have to do. Second book is here. It says, I've been building a lot recently. Build a big owl statue. Rim will help. Rim task 2.
Hi there.
Hey, if it
Hi
isn't
there.
Rim task 2. Hi, Rim task 2.
Hello.
You just have to build. So it does say Rim will help. I don't know how you'll help,
Yeah.
but yeah. Oh, I could go in here. Huh.
And one just says terraform an area that Jella is building.
Huh. Interesting. Okay, so you have an area that we should do this thingy?
I don't know.
Oh,
Do you?
I really need to heal this almost. No, but I do have a few ideas.
Perfect.
Obviously we want the owl to be like out in the open, right?
Yeah. Can't be like I forgot his name. Spongefinity.
Spongefinity. Poor Spongefinity. Also,
Yeah, God knows where
Also,
he is
one-
now.
one thing is I have of these card things, I have 3
Hold on.
David War cards. I have every single one in stock.
I haven't been there yet.
You haven't done any of these?
None of these two.
Oh yeah, look at this.
I know.
You cutie Remley are perfect. Apparently. Did you just unwax my copper?
There's a door missing. Nope, it's the same as here.
No, whatever. Yeah, that's just how it goes in this space. There's also supposed to be a door there. Hey, you took... At least take the other parts of the door.
Fine.
That's even weirder. Ow. Yeah, can we go before the phantoms absolutely destroy us? Although I'm pretty sure they're mine.
There you go. A door.
Thanks. My perfect height door.
That's loud.
Okay, so I'm thinking spawn. You know, spawn has a lot of like unused areas.
True, yeah. That sounds
I kind of want
useful.
yeah. I kind of want to make like a giant like, for example, like this is just a giant like tree stump, and then the owl will be on top of it. Oh wait, this looks
I see.
weird. It's so weird.
Yeah.
That's cool. It's so weird being small.
Imagine how it will be to be big. Yeah.
Yeah. This sound is so epic, actually.
What sound?
You don't hear it? Ow.
I'm not. I don't know which one you mean.
The sound of the of like the respawn anchors.
Nope. Isn't that just like pitched up portal?
It's like a cracking sound
see.
too, kind of. Try it.
I would rather not spawn in the nether.
No, you only spawn in nether if you're in the nether.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah, I know how. Yeah, because if you have one set in the nether, they'll spawn in the nether. But your overworld spawn point will be okay still.
Alright. I will trust you on that.
Get out of here. Here, try it. Just try it.
Editor's note. I don't trust him.
So,
Where's the spot?
you know what area? Right over here, actually. There's this little nice hill. That I think
Yeah,
we could use terraforming, but we could like.
Yeah, I mean that's my job.
Yeah. Let's see. I'm gonna be putting a stump.
Yeah, that's big enough.
I have to do some designing of this stupid thing.
Yeah, it's not easiest to do it on the fly.
Yeah. Especially because it's organic.
True.
So guys, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get this thing created, get some resources, and start a time lapse. See you then.
That sounds very YouTube voice like.
Okay, guys, yeah, time to do a time lapse. Yep.
It's funny.
Oh wait. Yeah. Slash trigger status. What? I guess I really don't have to trigger status because, you know.
Because
So I literally I stopped recording just a second
Yeah.
ago.
figured,
So would you like help like doing some terraforming of this area?
I mean,
Or
it's-
do you think you good?
it's my job to do that,
Yeah.
and there seems to be no progress since. He did say that he was pretty busy, so he hasn't been on. And it's true that I haven't seen him logged on in quite a while. So I guess this one is put on hold for now, which means I will have to stay short still. It's starting to get kind of annoying, but not much else I can do about it at this point. Kind of at the mercy of Jedi right now, since I have no idea what plan he has for this place. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. I've been trying to make this a little shorter than I have been the past few, just so I actually doesn't take a month on making a single one. So you could expect shorter ones in the future, depending on how the things end up being. And I'm also working on other non-Minecrafty stuff, so be ready for that, I suppose. But until then, I will see you in the next one.